Hello, Redeemed Righteous family. It is great to be back. So today I want to talk about working from home. I know that a lot of us are having to work from home because of the current climate. Of course, our doctors and our nurses, our carers, teachers, social workers are having to hold the fort for all of us. But those of us who can work from home, we are working from home. And today I just wanted to share 5 top tips on how to work from home effectively. The first one, I think it's really important to have a routine. What do I mean by this? I mean that don't just jump out of bed and just, go to your laptop and start working. Actually, we need to be intentional and plan our week. And one of the ways we can do that, so for example, I used Outlook's calendar. And before lockdown, this wasn't something I really used, even though I had it. I didn't really utilize it. I only kind of used it for meetings and stuff. But all the other tasks that I did and I do for my role, I would just kind of crack on anyway. But now I think it's actually really effective to manage our time by blocking out time and being intentional, timetabling in our activities. And that includes blocking out time for lunch, and also even in the mornings before our working hours start. Think about the routines that you need to do to get yourself ready physically and also mentally ready for work. And so for me, I wake up around 6:30, do my quiet time, do my own stuff, and then I like to go and freshen up, have a shower, clean. So I work in the living room. I have a desk in the living room that I work on. So I like to make sure that my surroundings are clean. So the living room and the corridor is cleaned, and then I have my breakfast, and then I sit at my laptop. So that's my routine. So let's try and have a clear routine. So that's number 1. Number 2, this one I find quite funny because my sisters get on to me about it, but I unapologetically do it. I'm so unapologetic about this. Dress to impress. So my sister's always like, Jessica, why are you in office trousers? You're at home. Can you not wear jogging bottoms? Can you not wear leggings? Yeah, I can, but I don't want to because I'm at work. And this is for me. This is a mental thing. This is a psychological thing. When I dress for work, I'm in the mood for work. If I'm in PJs, or that sounds really American, didn't I? If I'm in my pajamas or I'm in a onesie, I will just want to go to my bed. But when I'm dressed up, I'm reminding myself that, okay, my environment has changed. Although I'm not in the office, I am working. And it just makes it feel nice. It gives me a reason to dress up, because I don't know about you, when lockdown happened, there was no excuse to dress up. I feel like it's an excuse to dress up. Obviously I don't wear Sunday best, but I do dress up like I'm going to work. Yes, I think that really does help. It just gets you into the mood and mode. Mood of work. The third thing I would say, cut down on the screen time. This is something I've been told so many times by people, but it's so easy to forget because you get so engrossed in your work that you actually forget to do it. What I mean by that is, I heard that scientists said that every 20 minutes we should be kind of removing our eyes from the screen, and we should be looking away just to give our eyes a break, because constantly looking at our laptop, constantly looking at our monitor, constantly looking at the iPad, the phone, it's a lot. It strains our eyes, doesn't it? And so we could be intentional about that. Again, that's something you could block out in your calendar. You could put reminders in your calendar to do that. But one thing I've actually been doing is, because there's so many virtual meetings for work and also for personal stuff, whether it's catch up with your friends or church services or whatever it may be. There's a lot of Zooming, there's a lot of Microsoft Teams, there's a lot of Skype, there's a lot of Google, everything and anything. And then again, we watch Netflix and all of that. That's just a lot of screen time. So what I like to do, I like to kind of have a look at the type of meetings I'm having. And if it's, especially for me, if it's internal meetings with colleagues and stuff like that, and I can do it over the phone, I would opt the phone, because then that's less screen time. That's me breaking up my screen time. So let's try and get innovative and creative about how we can minimize the screen time, because it's really bad for our eyes. Yes. So the 4th one, lunch breaks. Lunch breaks are so important. Lunch breaks are so precious. So I get given 1 hour. I don't know how much you get given, but regardless of how many hours, or whether that's 30 minutes or 45 minutes, take your lunch break. It's really important to take your lunch breaks. Lunch breaks are precious. So please take it, block the time out so your colleagues, your manager, people know that you're off and you're taking your lunch. And make lunchtime meaningful. Make it something that you look forward to. Cook your favorite meals, go for a walk, go to the gym. I won't lie, I haven't been to the gym in my lunch breaks. That I do respect, and hats off to those of you who do it. I know some people do it, like go for a walk, maybe have a power nap. I personally can't have power naps because I just feel like they don't work for me. I'm not really a napper. It needs to be night before I sleep, and when I do have power naps, it makes me more tired. So I think it's counterproductive for me. But yeah, make lunch productive and meaningful. And then finally, I think it's so important to stay in touch with colleagues. Have that quality time that you would have had if you were in the office. Obviously, it depends on your office culture, but for where I work, we do have that sense of community. We do have that sense of family. People be making tea for one another, coffee, cakes, scones, whatever it was. Like, we had that. So it's really nice to kind of reach out to colleagues on a personal level, and also like in a work capacity, just to find out how people are doing their workloads. It just makes you feel like you're still a part of that community, because it can be quite lonely and can be quite isolating. Everyone's working in their home. So yeah, do take that time to check up on a colleague. I've challenged myself. I'm going to do that. There's some colleagues that I've been saying for God knows how long that I'll check up on them, and I haven't. So that's something I'm definitely going to do. So yeah, these are the top tips. So the first one, get a routine. The second one, dress to impress. The third one, what was the third one again? Screen time. Yeah, be careful with your screen time and break up your screen time. The fourth one was lunch. Take your lunch break. And finally, keep connected to your colleagues. Stay in touch with that community. And yes, let me know how you're finding your working from home experience. Like, share, comment, and yes, I will be back. Thank you for watching. Bye, Redeemed Righteous family. God bless. Bye.